Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. Today we want to talk about what al-Imam Ahmed radiallahu anhu has said about the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, especially those attributes that we can say resemble, or some people have interpreted that they resemble body parts. Because there are those people who have made this claim or attack against our Imam, al-Imam Ahmed radiallahu anhu. But more often than not, they usually attack his followers who only relate what he say, but in general, people, especially people of innovation, are afraid to attack al-Imam Ahmed. So we're going to be looking what has been related by al-Imam Abdul-Wahid bin Abdul-Aziz a-Tamimi. He died in the year 410. He was one of the big Hanbali Imams of his time. He wrote the famous book Itiqaad, al-Imam, al-Munbal. And in fact, his chain of narration to al-Imam Ahmed is very strong because his father, Abdul-Aziz al-Tamimi, he was one of the heads of the Hanbalis in his time and one of the biggest Imams of Baghdad. And he himself took his knowledge from Abi al-Qasim al-Khiraki and Abi Bakr Abdul-Aziz, also known as Ghulam al-Khalal. So these are huge Imams in the early phase of the madhab. So his chain of the narration is very strong. So he relates that Imam Ahmed was asked, I'll read the Arabic and translate along. سئل قبل موته بيوم عن أحاديث الصفات فقال. So he was asked about a day before his death about the hadiths of the sifat, or the attributes, and he said, تمر كما جاءت ويؤمن بها لا يرد منه شيء. So he said, they pass as they come, and we believe in them, and we don't reject anything from them. إذا كانت بأسانيد الصحة, if they are coming from authentic chains of narration. ولا يوصف الله بأكثر مما وصف به نفسه. So Allah is not described with more than what He has described Himself. بلا حد ولا غاية, without limit and boundary. ليس كمثله شيء وهو السميع البصير. This is quoting from the Quran. So nothing is like Him. He is السميع البصير. ومن تكلم في معناها ابتدع. So he who speaks about its meaning, meaning the meaning of the attribute, has made an innovation. So this is also, we can say, corresponding to what al-Imam Ahmed has said. لا كيف ولا معنى, no how and no meaning, which was narrated both from Hanbal and al-Marudi, and Ibn Battah mentioned that in al-Ibana. So it's the same idea that of the sifat, we don't give them a how or a meaning. And I think this is where there's a lot of confusion, because Imam Ahmed, which following the way of the Selef, which we as Hanabila follow, we establish the word, but not the meaning. And especially in translation, but even in the Arabic, there can be confusion about the word and the meaning. So, things like yad, wajh, ayun. If we talk about the literal common meaning in the Arabic language, yad does mean hand, wajh does mean face, ayun does mean eyes. But in the context of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we don't say astaghfirullah, the hand of Allah. We say yad Allah. Even in English, there's no need to translate it, because when you're translating a meaning. So it's yad Allah, it's wajh Allah, ayun Allah, even in English. The funny thing is that those people who attack us and accuse us of being mujassim and accuse us of saying that Allah, astaghfirullah, has body parts, they are the ones, If you go to their translations of the Quran, they are the ones that translate the hand of Allah, astaghfirullah. Our eyes, meaning Allah speaking, astaghfirullah. It's not us Hanabila who translate it like that. It's them. Subconsciously, these people are the ones infected what they accuse us of. So just as Allah said, al-Imam Ahmed said, وَلَا كَيْفُ لَا مَعْنَى, talking about the sifat or attributes of Allah. There's no how, there's no meaning. We should not be confused when he establishes the sifa or the attribute. So he says the yad. He doesn't do ta'wil to give it a different meaning. He just establishes the word and consigns its actual meaning to Allah, unless we receive something through the authentic narrations. And that should clarify what al-Imam Ahmed said regarding the sifat, and to emphasize that those people who delve in it are the ones who are innovators, and we shouldn't make claims that al-Imam Ahmed was saying that Allah has body parts, astaghfirullah, nor those who follow his way, because as I said, he's establishing the lafz, the word, and not the ma'na, the meaning. So inshallah, I hope this has been beneficial, and I hope this clarifies the position of al-Imam Ahmed and the Hanabila and the Selef Salih. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een.